I hate romance novels, especially Twilight and 50 Shades of Grey.
About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward's a vampire. Second, there's a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsts for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with them.
I don't understand how someone can read these and enjoy them without puking. So that's why back in May 2021, when I was cringing so hard from how bad Twilight was, I wanted to attempt to write my own awful romance novel and see how bad I could make it. I had made a concept cover and it was called The Week My Blissful Boyfriend Grew His Wings, and then I got a thesaurus and started writing it. The beginning of the book is hard to read because basically every word is fancy, but that's basically what 50 Shades of Grey is. So, the book ended up being about how a girl named Tabitha breaks up with her boyfriend Jeremy, and then she meets Frederick, who turns out to be a sexy angel. It's pretty repulsive. I had given up on it for a year, but then I just got randomly motivated to finish it, and before I knew it, I had published it on Amazon. And then I wrote an even worse sequel. And now I'm writing a third and final book, which is quite possibly the worst one. But let's not go too fast here, because we can't forget my pen name Melinda de la Cruz. She was born in Spain, and now resides in a small fishing village in Bakersfield. And so in the next book, Frederick and Tabitha end up getting married because Tabitha's truly an angel. She also learns she's pregnant. There's a love bus and stuff, and they hop on clouds. But then whenever they're at the wedding, there's red fruit punch spilled on her dress, which reminds her of Frank's blood on the walls, which for whatever reason convinces her that she's truly a demon. And she mates with one named Sebastian in northern Vancouver Island, which is where all the demons live, because it gets no sun. But then love calls Tabitha and Frederick back together, and they end up going to Fiji, where Frederick talks about the cruel world angels have to go through, and they have intense romance. But then, demons start to attack. Tabitha wakes up in a hospital, and Frederick is dying. He dies. But then he's brought back to life by sunlight, and Tabitha runs away with him. They try to move back to Seattle, and they stay at a hotel, and meet a friend. Jacob K. Werewolf holds a very deep secret. But then Tabitha faints in a hotel buffet, and she wakes up, and she's given birth to her child. But then demons are still attacking, and they have to escape. Frederick decides that Tabitha must become a true angel, which only happens when an angel kills you. So Frederick uses a Bowie knife, and she becomes an angel, which adds literally nothing to the plot. They then go to a bunker, where Tabitha learns that she had twins. One of them is named Stevie Cottonwood, and the other is named Nevin Butterfly. They spend hours looking at them, but then the demons go to war. And I won't spoil the rest for you. You can buy it on Amazon for $6.90, because it wouldn't let me do for $20 for some reason. So I did the next best thing. And now after I published the book, and made a final cover, the book had been published, and was in review. And then a couple days later, after adjusting the cover because Amazon didn't like it, it was live. My grandma immediately bought copies and hers arrived. So now I had to wait for mine. And it arrived. This is quite possibly the cringiest, most horrible book I've ever written. If you want to spend the money, you're in for quite a ride and a letter from Melinda de la Cruz. But there's a 23-page preview on Amazon if you want a good idea of what it's like. Frederick has two hearts. One for living, one for loving. In the final novel of the Blissful Boyfriend series, you'll be gasping for air as Frederick and Tabitha must face the demons and protect their relationship and their family. What are we going to name our babe? Frederick Morizet, and now I have the entire series. But there's one last thing to do. So I tried to make a box, but it ended up being a mess. So the next day my sister tried to make her own box, and she did a better job. We were going to go into Photoshop and put photos on the edge, but we gave up. There we go. And so if any movie companies would like to turn this saga into a movie series like they did with Twilight, then hit me up in my emails that I never read, and I'll be totally open to writing a screenplay for this damn thing.